how did I get here? And then you'd ask yourself, well, okay, why am I here? And then finally you'd ask, where's this train going?
What are your thoughts about Elon Musk saying, hey, there's a 99% chance that we are currently living in a simulation?
Which is another way of saying there's a creator that created us.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi,
Hey, not much, man.
how's it going?
Hey, not much. I was just scrolling through TikTok and
Sure.
you were the first thing that kind of came up. And I was like,
All right,
yo,
you just joined.
okay, well, hey, man, somehow, some
Yeah.
way, the universe brought us together at this point.
Yes, I guess
Do you
so.
think it was, who was that? Do you think that God, Allah, was the reason for this to happen?
Well, nothing happens outside the will of God, so yeah.
Okay,
I
so this
got
was
one rule though: it's always be respectful. Okay.
100%, man. I've actually, I'm kind of interested in this type of topic. So I was scrolling one night, and you were debating a Christian male who is a pretty well known person, and you were a really good debater. So
Okay.
that was pretty cool to see. But
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
man, I'm actually, yeah, and you may not think that or not. I mean, but my dad was he was born, and I was raised a Muslim,
Okay.
and so I'm an ex-Muslim.
Oh. All
Yeah,
right. So
man.
what's the reasoning behind leaving Islam then, if you don't mind me asking?
The reason would have to be that I mean, I think I kind of took time to myself. I took time to really go within myself and understand myself, and then um,
Would you say you kind of just drifted away, or was it something
well,
like
no, you know
a
what?
thought out plan?
I never was really into it because my gut feeling, my intuitional feelings, told me that hey, this isn't the right, way to do it. I guess
Okay.
again,
So
intuition. I mean,
are you an atheist now? Are you deist? Do you just
I mean,
believe
I'm
that
just a
God
man.
exists?
I'm a man that I believe I have a consciousness outside of my meat suit. We all have this physical meat suit, and then we have something inside of us, the spiritual aspect.
Okay.
And that spiritual aspect, the consciousness, we all have. And I believe that everything has that, consciousness, which is God type of deal. And so I believe in a super conscious type of thing, the one, which you believe the one, which is Allah. I believe in that. I believe in that, but I don't believe in your whole thing of stories of Muhammad getting this revelation to him from God, who gave it to Angel Gabriel to give to Muhammad, and, and, and talk to people about what God has told him. I don't believe in that.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this though. Um, it's natural. You talked about something not fitting with you instinctively, but it's instinctive to ask certain questions about your surroundings, about life, right? If you have the time to sit down and think. It's like if you woke up on a train. Are you familiar with that metaphor? If you
Right.
if you woke up on a train, not remembering getting on the train, the first thing you'd ask is, how did I get here? And then you'd ask yourself, well, okay, why am I here? And then finally you'd ask, where's this train going? That seems like those would be the first three questions, the main questions, the important questions you'd ask yourself. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I agree that you would ask yourself those questions. You can think with your mind logically, trying to logically piece the answer together. But I believe there is intelligence beyond that. There's intelligence that you just know without having to logically explain why you're here, what this is. I mean, that's what I'm
Well,
saying. Yeah, naturally,
sure.
I would have those thoughts.
You can logically think of could think up answers, right? You could say I got here through evolution. That could be an aspect. You could say I was created. You could logically reach certain answers to some of these problems. But the fact of the matter is that to know, it makes sense that whoever put you on the train, they have the best answers. So whoever it was that put you on the train knows how you got there, knows why you're there, and knows where the train is going. And you've already told me that you believe that there is a consciousness that's put inside us and that we are created by some divine creator. Now,
I
you
didn't say
said
that
that,
we are created by it. I think we're part of it. And
well,
yeah,
then how would we have begun though? Like if we try to rationalize that argumentation, if we try to say rationally we're part of this entity that is great, vast, however you want to describe it. How did it come to be, though?
Again, see, now you're trying to think with logically, how did it become to be? You're never going to get to that answer.
Well, what if you could, though? Let's forget religions and texts and
Well,
books
that's what the
and
religions is
information.
talking about, right? The religions are coming out saying, hey, here's the answer. This is the answer.
Well, sure. The religion does give you a straightforward answer because it's from the source. It should, at least. If it's from the source, it's going to give you a straight answer. But you're supposed to be able, because what is it? You hear there's 3,000 or 30,000 different religions in the world or whatever. You're supposed to be able to use your intellect and decipher what's true, what's not, what makes sense and what doesn't. And the way to start is to say, okay, how did this all begin? And you come to the conclusion that there had to be a beginning. There has to be a purpose or something that caused everything to begin. That can't be an infinite regress, as it's called, right? You can't go on forever backwards in time because of the concept of dependency.
So you're saying this physical reality that you are currently living in had to begin from something and somehow. What are your thoughts about Elon Musk saying, hey, there's a 99% chance that we are currently living in a simulation? That has zero things to do with your religion, but
I say that's, first of all, that's really nonsense. And then second, even if it was the case, let's assume that somehow that would be the answer, that there's something there that put us in the simulation, which is another way of saying there's a creator that created us, right? That's basically what it is.
okay.
So he's acknowledging a creator. He's just putting us in a simulation and making the creator look like he's just one of us, similar to us.
And then so
Which essentially does what, though?
Out of the 10,000 religions, why is your religion the correct creator religion?
Well, we'll get to that. That's a little farther ahead in the discussion. Right now, we just need to establish that it actually started the way we're saying it started. Like, does it make sense? And what your example does is it just kicks the can down the road. You just move the goalpost. It's instead of saying that there's a finite creator that created us, Elon's saying, yeah, he created us, but he created us in a simulation. Okay, so God created us. Basically, it's the same argument. It's just that he wants to make the creator look like what we are today. And essentially, the idea behind that is to get you to think, oh, look, the creator is like us. There's multiple creators. There's many things that made us. Okay, fine. If we're going to do that argumentation, then where did that creator come from? It's all built on just kicking the can down the road. There has to be a beginning. Regardless of what it is or how it looks, there has to be something that starts everything else. That has to be unlike everything else in the sense that it wasn't started. I lost you. Well, if you come back, I'll let you back up. But yeah, the simulation argument is basically saying, oh, there's creation, but I want to describe the creator as another person, another human.